we will be having a special part of the program for acknowledgement of the Indigenous of Australia. And so without further ado, with everyone seated and everyone ready for this, the main event, which is being live streamed on the NRL NT Pathways YouTube channel. That's thanks to Kick Digital and of course NRL.com. Could we please have the short line up there and the Dragons line up on this side, please? Dragons, please line up. Dragons, please line up. Thank you very much. Now that all the players are lined up and we are ready to begin, ladies and gentlemen, it is a special night and an honor and privilege for me to be here with you. Please join me in welcoming for the Welcome to Country acknowledgement, followed by our match officials for this evening, Ms. Janine McLennan. And as our elder goes through the smoking ceremony brought to us and started by Mr. Joe Raymond and his son, Joe Raymond Jr. as well. Let's bring in your teams, the Northern Sharks and the Nightcliff Dragons. Tonight promises to be another epic clash between these two iconic teams. Ms. Jenny?
I get a bit tight now. Tight shot on. Yeah. Just on the speaker there.
Past, present and future. And as we come together through Indigenous Day, I'd like to also pay my respect to fellow Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander nations across the road to across the land and sea, and pay our respect to your people of your land and waters, past, present and future. We the Larrikei people have been welcoming people for thousands of years, and we will continue to welcome people. Yes, we are a city, and many people live and visit our beautiful country. The Larrikei people will always be here, as we have the responsibility to care for our country, the next generation of many to enjoy at the First Nations. On behalf of the Larrikei people, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to those who have jumped far to be here. Welcome Darwinians, welcome teams, welcome officials, welcome to all of you here today for this very special evening, and good luck to both teams.
Thank you very much once again, Ms. Janine McLennan and Mr. Joe Raymond, and Senior and Junior. Thank you so much for being part of tonight's game. A special game for the Indigenous round. And of course, we'd like to thank all of you here tonight, all of the families, friends that have gathered here, the staff, the coaches, the volunteers, and our teams that have made this, of course, the officials as well that are here. Now let's get ready and position ourselves for the start of this, another rousing round of NRL and DNT.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, I'll get on him in a bit.
So next Premiership game between the Northern Sharks and Nightcliff Dragons will be starting in 4 minutes.
Here we are at Territory Rugby League Stadium, home of Rugby League in the Northern Territory, and we are about to watch the Nightcliff Dragons play against the Northern Sharks in the game of the round. With me today is Cal Page.
Hey Doug, how are you, mate?
Good, thanks, Cal. And then a special guest going back a few years now, instrumental part of the Northern Territory Rugby League, Henry Street.
Hey Doug, how you going?
I'm good, Henry. Welcome and thanks for coming back and commentating with us.
Happy to be here. It's really good.
Right.
The weather's turning on.
Read a couple of games yourself, Henry. Can you give me a bit of feedback on the 2 games you did?
Yeah, I mean, it was hot conditions, so I sympathised for the players, but they put their best foot forward. There wasn't too much drop ball and, plenty of heart. The games weren't overly close, but, both teams gave it a good shot and, full credit to them.
All right, nice.
It's good to have you back here, Henry, for what is a special Indigenous round this weekend, mate.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the coverage picked it up, but the smoking ceremony looked pretty impressive from what we saw.
You look really good, Cal, and that sarong down there doing your smoking ceremony. I really enjoyed that. We'll give a shout out to McDonald's, one of our partners, Triple A Hoses, who are today's game day partner, and then obviously Chemist Warehouse.
Dan, can you tell me much about the form of these 2 teams? My understanding is Nightcliff's top of the table, is that right?
I'm not sure if it's top of the table, but I can give you a bit of a rundown. The Dragons having a good year so far. They've only dropped the 1 game out of, I think, 7 games, I think. They're having a really good start to the season, a bit of a turnover in players like most teams, but they seem to be finding some new momentum, especially with a new coach this year in Sam Earl, an ex-NRL player, and Territorian. He's enjoying his time there. And the Northern Sharks had a bit of a slow start, but then they picked it up not long after, and they seem to be a little bit hot and cold at the moment, but they're obviously dealing with a few injuries and a few ins and outs as well. Cal, I might go to you, mate, for a team list. Can you give us a rundown on who we got playing today?
No worries, mate. So we've got the Sharks first. So at fullback we've got Caleb Boyd. On the wings we've got Isaiah Waters and Samuel Pearson. Ari Tafua in the centres. Micah Sala and Jared Collins in the halves. Adam Hall and Jacob McCarthy in the front row with Travis Cowley pack in the front row. Thomas Laban, Mohammed Salih in the back row, and Zabulan Kavapalu. And on the bench we've got Hamish Clapp, Jordan Hunt, Tommy Gunn and Rowan Kennett, and they're coached by Nigel Doyle. So we cross over to the Dragons. At fullback we've got Aidan Buckley, young fella, I think this is about his third game of A grade. On the wings we've got Lawrence Agia and Warwick Williams. In the centres we've got Seru De Caneri and Wise Sekatoga. In the halves we've got Robbie Butcher and Latham Shirley. Front row Greg Franjulis and Sunia Radrava. Hodrick Mudu, he'll be one to watch tonight in a hooker. Terence Gillette and Brenton Motlop in the second row. And on the bench we've got Jerome Motlop, Roberto Spice and Jay Spires. And they're coached, as Duncan mentioned, by Sam Irwin. As the action's kicked off here, mate. Across to you, Dunks.
Yeah, they have, mate. We see Dragons completing a set from the kick-off, getting to a kick, going almost the full length of the field. And now Sharks on the attack, 40 metres out. A bit of a slower play the ball. Rob Butcher running the show pretty early on in the piece.
They probably wouldn't have been too happy with the kick at the end of that set, to kick it just a little bit too long for the catch in the in-goal. Probably let the Sharkies off the hook, really.
Yeah, it was an easy turnover. They really could have applied some pressure, but they're obviously building some momentum now. They're pretty hit with injuries at the moment. They're missing a few players, whether it's military or injuries, the Sharks. But I mean, they might, like most teams, I think. So they're at the end of their set now, and it's a high one with a bit of contest. Taken pretty easily there by the Dragons. We see young Buckley at dummy half. A good left foot step. Dragons working. We see a penalty here. Referee Paul Levere. Already done a couple of games today, Paul. An absolute trooper.
I don't think Nigel would be too disappointed with that penalty. Sharks are showing pretty good line speed, just obviously went a little bit early.
Rob Butcher with a big kick. So they're on the halfway.
So we're looking to penetrate through the middle of this Sharks team with the likes of Jacob McCarthy and Adam Hall. So really just get on the front foot up the middle and just let what looks like to be a pretty exciting backline have a crack.
Oh, I'm not sure Jacob McCarthy's playing. I actually think Jacob might be missing this one, but they've got big Hawley. Hawley had a huge game last week. He's actually, I'm guessing they're pretty glad to have him back. Dragons now, 30 out, building better momentum. Got something on the left edge here.
That looks like Carlos, I think, in the number 10.
Number 10, Carlos, yeah.
I'm not sure of his surname.
Brenton Modlop with the ball. They're working back to the middle now.
Oh, big hit there by Carlos there.
Sunuri Ravu. They're 15 out. Nice run from the hooker. Beats a couple. He'll look for a quick play the ball. They got some joy on the left here. They're short of numbers. They go for a crossfield kick. And couldn't quite get there. We didn't time it getting under that ball. So they're off a hook there. Sharks probably didn't respond very well on their numbers on that right edge. So they'll get a 20-metre restart and try to rebuild. Not a bad set there from Dragons. I'm not sure if the kick was the right option, but it was certainly one that could have come off. But I think if they use their hands, we might see something else. The 3 now from Sharks. A really good run. A knee to Ifua. 40 out. They're working back to the middle. Solid carry, solid tackle. Adam Hall now. They'll try to lay a foundation. Blocks it off one. Dragons slowing to play the ball down. Doing a great job getting him on his back. Rob Butcher. They go back to the middle. Inside ball to the 13.
Lost ball.
And we see a lost ball. Dragons now, 15 metres out.
An injury out here.
Got an injury, so we see a hold up here.
A lively passage of play up the middle there by Sharks. They're definitely shown they can definitely march their way up the field, which will be good.
It's normally a play you see from McCarthy and Munro. They use that pretty frequently. You agree there, Cal?
I do agree, mate.
Yep. I'm a fan of the...
You're often spot on with what you say, McGilvray, so
yeah.
How could I disagree?
Mate, I'm a fan of the McCarthy-Munro combination. I think they work really well together. So.
Hopefully Munro and Carlos can be the combination for the Sharkies tonight then. You notice the difference that a 7-tackle set makes there. I mean, Dragons are pretty unlucky not to score some points, but it turns into a 7-tackle set and our Sharks have pretty good field position as a result.
Yeah. We see Dragons now working their way up, 40 out. Butcher calling for on the right. They got something on the right here. No, there's nothing going on. They've got numbers. He goes for an early kick, and it's a pretty good kick.
Downs the grass.
He's not going to find touch, but it's a decent chase.
I think Adam Hall's been poked in the eye in back play here. He's not looking too eager to get back to the line.
He's caressing that wounded eye. Hopefully nothing too serious.
The trainer will get out to him.
The ball. And they go again. Solid tackle from the 13. Brenton Motlop. He'll have a big game, Brenton Motlop. He's a decent player. I think co-captain.
I think he's led on well this year, mate, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he has.
Between himself and Tabsy. Tabsy's obviously, I think he's absent on a military exercise at the moment. Pretty good here, Dunk.
What are we seeing here? I'm not sure what we're seeing here. Maybe not.
Trying to get him to play the ball on the mark, I think. I'm not sure.
Hall looks like he's going to settle one in. Got to go to the right edge. Strong carry. Finds his front. Mohammed. Come back to the left of the Hall. Hall does a little tip on there. Thomas Laban, he's a decent player. Thomas Laban, we've seen him have a couple of good games. He gets a good play of the ball. Hall wants it again, doubling up on the workload. Brushes one off. Loves to get the bumpers up. They've got him on his back again. Slow play the ball. And they come back to this left edge. And
it's an early kick, very early kick.
Mopped up well there by Warwick Williams. And hopefully this young Aidan Buckley will get himself involved.
Decent work there from the markers, and then there's a penalty again. And they're letting them off the hook there, the Sharks.
Probably just a bit eager there to get out of marker. The Pole's got them under control, mate.
Under control, mate. We're only about 8 minutes into this half, and I really couldn't separate them too much, to be honest. They're both pretty much playing quite similar. You just see the odd mistake, it'll be the determining factor as to which team starts to give away penalties and make mistakes, and I think that's when we'll start to see one team start to rise above the other.
I think they're both pretty got quite a few absentees in their list, so they're probably pretty well matched at this point in time. So hopefully we'll get a good encounter here.
Good play the ball from Dragons. Sloppy.
Lost it. Good call, Dunk. Bit of a bobble.
Yeah.
They won't be happy with that. First tackle after a penalty.
Right.
Sort of kills you, doesn't it, a bit? You know, you've had a big defensive set and then you sort of come up with them on the second or third tackle.
Yeah, well, they got a good kick and then a good settle and then come up with a mistake. I'm guessing Coach Sam Irwin probably wouldn't be happy about that. I dare say he's down there throwing that clipboard around.
Being a hooker himself too, mate.
That's right, exactly.
You take that a bit personal.
Exactly. Sharks now with the feed.
Might be in the change room putting a jersey on, Dunk. Ready to go.
Irwin.
Yep.
Well, he would have. He didn't nearly cut his hand off.
Yeah, midweek work injury, and it's he's struggling, the big fella.
He is struggling to be an electrician, or just struggling generally.
I'll leave that one up to you.
Draw your own conclusions.
I'm not on the job with him, but if he's cutting himself, I'm guessing there's some issues with his ability to be an electrician.
Things just happen, mate.
Anyway, we're back to the game now. So they're 40 metres out, trying to avoid the shepherd there. Sharks. Strong carry from 14. He's brought down 30 metres out. Hall going through. They're coming to this left edge. Out the back, not the greatest pass in the world.
I reckon he got a hand on that, yeah. Paul's all over it.
Samika Salah there trying to play a little bit. Maybe could have passed a little bit earlier or didn't have quite the shape that he wanted. So we see Dragons now 30 metres out.
Both teams are a bit scrappy, but I guess that's players out, as we sort of touched on. Is that what we're putting that down to?
Yeah, look, I think there's some avoidables though. I think that was probably an avoidable, that pass, but I think there's nothing wrong with playing your traditional football, where it's a focus on just going forward and finding a front for a quick play of the ball and then shifting to an edge, but we seem to be overcomplicating and looking to score tries out of our own 20. They're on the 40 now, the Dragons. Butcher calling for on the right. Butcher with the ball. Got some options outside him. Turns a player underneath. Jerome Modelop. He's on the 50. They turn another player under. Good strong carry there. They come to the right again. Butcher's looking for it. His quick pass has gone over to the 3. 3 goes to the 4. And we see another knock on. A little bit ad hoc. Pushing a few passes.
Trying to score on every play, almost.
Trying to score on every play, yeah. I think they've got plenty of time up their sleeve. What are we? 20 minutes. It's 10 minutes into the game. Sharks feed now. 20 metres out. They go to the right. Strong carry from Arnie. They go to the right edge again. Tommy Gunn, the veteran. Almost a spear tackle there. He's a great player, Tommy Gunn. Seen lots of solid performances. He even played reserve grade, I think, last week.
Good contact.
Timmy Mohamed's... He's met Hawley pretty heavily there.
Yeah, you don't see it very often from Hawley. He's a big unit. He's pretty good at ducking and brunting, taking the brunt of a solid tackle. But that was a...
got under the bumpers. Got him right in the ribs.
Early pass from Butcher. He's looking to the right. He wants it on the right here. They don't really have the numbers. Hawk trying to make amends. Pushing passes again, trying to score off every play.
I think... Robbie and the 7 will probably have the opportunity here to just try and get the ball through the halves in these sort of situations. Just a bit more composure.
It's definitely been a pretty scrappy sort of start to the game, but there's some pretty willing participants out there. So
willing.
Hopefully they sort of sharpen things up a bit. I think once fatigue kicks in, we'll hopefully see less. We're likely to see more, but we'll hopefully see less of that sort of scrappy play.
You think so?
Well, mate, only time will tell, Duncan. But I'm sure we'll definitely see a big game out of someone like Tommy Gunn, who has been a fantastic player for years and years. You always know you're going to get 100 out of him.
100 what?
100%.
100%. Sharks now with a penalty. I haven't seen Sharks get too many penalties, and they finally got one. So look for a kick. So 40 metres out. They'll get a restart here, the Sharks. Samuel Pearson, the tap and run, trying to work it in field. Another strong carry by Hamish Clapp. Another strong carry. Sharks doing a great job to lay a foundation here. This is what we've been talking about. Now they push to an edge. There you go again. And just the execution's not quite there.
Down by Nightcliff, I think might be
Which is with the ball. Is that what we're looking at?
He's blown his whistle. The Sharks first. We're going back for a double knock-on by the look of it. The Sharks just can't quite get it into their own 20 when they're attacking. This seems to be about where they're turning the ball over repeatedly. They're sort of giving Dragons more opportunities than they would probably be wanting to, and I think they're going to take advantage of the field position sooner rather than later.
Yeah, you're right, Henry. They haven't played much of their footy in the Dragons 20. Dragons will just look to settle it here, or bit of a high shot there. Paul seemed to let it go. Brenton Motlop and onto Timmy Mohammed.
That was a pretty high. He shrugs it off and keeps going.
Strong carry.
They're back to the middle now. Wasala Sekitoga. He's tackled. 40 out. They're working again to the middle. Butcher on that left edge.
That's a good set from the Sharks.
There in the play, the Geez, that was sloppy.
That was a good defensive set. Dragons only picked up, 30 metres. And then forced an error.
Just wanted to give a shout out to Ellie Nicky.
Well, she's saying she can't hear you, Cow.
Yeah.
We're getting text messages from her at the moment. She's saying she can't hear you.
Is this welcome, Dunk? Should we set up a phone number where people can text in their comments for us to read out loud?
Yeah.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, let's actually listen. Ellie Nicky's number is 04325777. If you want to call her and put your complaints through, please do.
As we just see Tommy Gunn up the middle, Sharks are really marching onto the attack here off the back of the Nightcliff mistakes.
Back to the middle.
Number 14, big Hamish Clapp. A big Hawley will have a go here.
Hawley with a strong carry, brushes one off.
He's a big unit.
Oh, we've got Sharkies in the good ball area here.
Finds his front, looking for a quick play the ball. They're heading to the right now. Hamish there on the outside, puts in a little kick. I think it might be too strong.
Still,
there.
wasn't the fifth tackle. Again, I don't think they're going to be happy with that result. Again, trying to score on every play. Both teams are guilty of it.
Just to repeat, shout out to Ellie Nicky.
Great tackle there from the Sharks. Put him on his back. A slow play of the ball. Tommy Gunn.
They're really willing here, getting up and sort of stemming any momentum the Dragons are trying to get out of their 30 here. Settler there from Brenton Motlop.
Oh, lob a Hall with a big strong hit.
Yeah, Hawley's on a mission tonight, I think.
Numbers in the tackle.
Frangoulis, Gregory Frangoulis. He's got the best name in rugby league, Gregory Frangoulis. A strong play the ball. He's a good junior too. Come through the Nightcliff ranks. He's been around for a long time. Butcher now calling for the ball on the right. Looking for an early kick. No, he looks Frangoulis. Dummies under. Mohammed. A little tip on there. Attacking the short edge.
Back yourself. Here he goes.
He's got plenty of toe.
Williams now.
Oh, great cover tackle.
Tackle there from Sharks. They're 11 metres away. Warwick Williams plays the ball.
Oh, numbers on to the left.
They're going right, they're going left. And a really ordinary decision there. I mean, they had a huge overlap on that left edge.
Had about a 4-man overlap, about a 3-man overlap.
I think we had Butcher, it seems to be the main ball player, and he was calling it on the right here. I think they needed someone on that left edge to show a bit of leadership and use a bit of vision and see what's going on in front.
I think in the previous weeks, Butcher and Trey Crowley have worked well in that respect there, so he's probably missing the likes of Trey tonight.
Exactly.
It was good to see number one Sharks cover tackle rewarded, I suppose. He made that effort to make that tackle on that line break and just made them make that one more play, and they couldn't quite execute.
Samuel Pearson with a good run. He's on the 40. Dragons holding on. Gunn looking on the left. No, they go to the right.
Oh, that's nice.
Great run from Mohammed Sully. Tommy Gunn calling on the left. He'll run an edge, a line and behind that play the ball.
They've got some pretty good shape out here if they go through the hands.
They'll need another pass. No, they go for a kick. It's a high one.
Play on.
And can Butcher regala? He does. He's hit by Hall and a strong tackle. Hall wraps him up, slows him down. The Dragons with the ball now. Frangoulis takes a hit up.
That was a good set there by the Sharks. Every player that ran it was really hitting the ball at pace, turning people under, and sort of really scrambling that Nightcliff defence. And now
great tackle.
And as the previous few sets, the Sharks are really aiming up here in defence.
Just their kicking game that seems to be a little bit all over the shop. Kicking early, not really finding grass, kicking it dead a couple of times.
Dragons seems a bit one out and clunky here, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're defending a lot better, the Sharks, actually. They're being a little bit more physical now. I think they've found their straps. We get an offload away from Frangoulis. Solid tackle there from Sameka. Butcher on the right edge here, looking for a kick over the top. Fullback clean it up. It's a good bounce.
No, it's a knock on
there. Not the worst option in the world, but
it's a good spot to turn the footy over. Hopefully they can lock him in their own half. And
as we go to the DABSCO scoreboard, 20 minutes into the first half, we've got the Sharks and Dragons 0-0 at this stage.
Today's game day partner is Triple A Hoses. Tommy Gunn coming off. Looks like he may have an injury. No, I think he's okay. Sharks now, 20 metres out. They go to the right edge again. Jordan Hutton with a strong carry. He's 30 out. Modlop puts him down. They go to the right edge again. Turns Pearson under. He's lost the ball. We've got a strip there. What do we got?
I'm not sure. Yeah,
I think we got a strip.
Yeah, it wasn't one-on-one, I think. Paul was all over that one. He's probably read that pretty well.
There's not much in it between these two teams. It's still 0-0.
You often know you've blown the correct call when all of the players just kind of accept it and walk back. So he's on the money there.
I think they're making the same amount of mistakes and giving away the same amount of penalties, but equally as effective in attack and probably the same in defence.
It's going to take some individual brilliance, I think, to break the deadlock.
Who are you marking for that, Henry? Individual brilliance. The money on.
I reckon it'll be through the middle. I'm probably backing Tommy Gunn or something. He likes to score a try, and I reckon he'd be one to watch here. He'll find a tired defender and pick his mark and break a couple of tackles.
Bit of space here.
Although he's on the bench, isn't he? You said Tommy Gunn's on the bench. Maybe number 12, who just went on that good run.
Long ball out to the 6.
Tommy LeBan.
That's a much better kick. Much better kick by number 6.
So Thomas Laban.
Thomas LeBan.
He's cleaned up that very well.
Yeah. You can call him Laban, though.
Oh, look,
I like to call him Thomas LeBan. He's having a huge game. He's a great player for Sharks. Has been for a while. And we'll see the replay here. There's a long ball out to the 6. 6 has a dummy, a little kick through. LeBan, scoops it up with one hand. Easy. Left. Young Aiden Buckley there, a little bit bewildered there. A solid try by the Sharks.
That was just a good, strong, willing chase by LeBan, wasn't it?
Strong, willing chase. Yeah. You know what they say about every kick?
It's only as good as its chase.
No, not at all.
All right.
I can't remember what the saying is, but it's definitely not that.
I didn't think so, mate.
You could really see that 6 and 11 were on the same page then. Kind of through the hesitation, put it on his toe. 11 knew exactly where that kick was going and, had the confidence to just clutch it in one hand.
That comes back to what you were saying, Henry, about we're going to need some individual brilliance, and that's exactly what it was. A little bit of individual brilliance from Johnny Paddy.
I just embarrassed myself by saying Tommy Gunn would score it after you just said he went on the bench.
I'm sure you'll be forgiven.
Probably having a well-earned rest after all the football.
Absolutely.
As we see Micah.
Unlimited interchange up here?
Yes, mate. I think it is, yeah. So
look to see both teams using it, taking advantage of that on a hot night like tonight.
So the DABSCO scoreboard has Sharks 6, Dragons 0. I might give a shout out to our Armenian public who's listening in from Melbourne. I'm sure one of them is sitting there on his chair watching the NRL and T, listening to this commentary. We've got a huge Armenian public who loves their rugby league. I don't know they play rugby league in
Armenia.
Armenia, yeah. They're very passionate, our Victorian Armenian viewers. So shout out to Mergadic.
Yep. And we see ball out on the full. That's an ordinary restart. If they continue to make errors like that, it's just going to be a long night for them. I really think that Nightcliff can keep themselves in this game, but they've got to take out the rubbish, the drop balls, the poor choices, and the trying to score off tackle one. They're obviously going for to get possession back, and it's just maybe too high risk. Ball's a bit flat. You don't see that very often. No.
Ref's happy with it.
Happy with the air in the ball. Fair enough.
Players will try anything, Duncan. They will try anything.
Anything. They'll try anything. This might not go out here. And it doesn't, but it's a knock-on from Nightcliff.
No, it has gone out. The flag's up.
Yeah.
It has, so he was already out when he hit it. No, it went out, but it's a scrum. No, it's a play the ball, because we don't do scrums anymore.
Correct.
So we play the ball.
The ball goes into touch in general play. It's just to play the ball, speeding the game up.
Clap, takes one to the middle. Back to the right. He's using a bit of feet there, but he's met with a couple of strong defenders.
Mohamed Saleh, so they've got options either side, the Sharks, and they're coming to the left-hand side here. And there he is again, Tommy Laban. Good, strong bit of footwork at the line there, but he's wrapped up by the Nightcliff defenders, about 15 out.
They go to the short side again, 3, look for an inside. Can he get an arm away? He had 5 on his outside. He probably had an option there, but made a good choice. And
11 again.
Oh, we're going to see a double movement. Has he hit the ground and then rolled over? I'm not really sure.
No, Paul's happy with it. He's blowing.
Laban again.
Pointing to the spot.
He's going to be the difference, Laban.
Definitely asking a lot of questions of the defence.
I think he did a pretty good job of landing on his back, which kept the ball up, which probably gave him the right to roll.
Henry, you're an A-grade referee. Without seeing the replay, what are you thinking? Double movement?
Mate, referees are one tight-knit team, and I'm happy to back him.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Yep, see, okay. On his back.
Oh, look, it's a difficult one to see. I did see an elbow hit the ground before he rolled over. But
I think the Dragons, when you're that close to the line, need to be locking up the ball.
I agree.
They shouldn't have the opportunity to roll like that.
Yeah, we see Hodrick had an attempt to strip it about 2 metres out. It's probably not the thing you're looking to do. You'd be more looking for that good one-on-one contact and start to wrap it up.
Look, I think Nightcliff should have been in a position where the referee wasn't having to make a tough call like that.
Look, you can bring it back to the kick-off going out on the full, to be completely honest, and they didn't defend that.
As we're looking at the DABSCO scoreboard, Sharks currently 10, Nightcliff 0, with Micah taking the kick. Wouldn't imagine he'd have too much problem with this.
Does it easy.
Does it well. So even leading into half-time, fellas, I'd imagine the messages from the coaches at half-time will probably be quite similar. I think even though Sharkies have got to capitalise a bit more, you're probably going to have a similar sort of messages.
Look, I probably would have said that about 5 minutes ago, Cal, but the way the Dragons are sort of turning over possession so easily, I reckon, Sam could almost get a little bit more thorough.
You reckon there's a spray? You reckon there's going to be a spray out of him?
A bit more expectation on completion. Big tackle there from
Timmy Mohammed.
Timmy.
Both teams will be looking to finish this half really strong here, though.
I think Dragons probably need to try before.
Lost ball here. Here's a chance.
I think Dragons have probably had quite a few opportunities gone begging on about that 3rd or 4th tackle. So I think if they can just sharpen that up, you'll probably see them get a bit of joy.
Let's see, got an injury now. Jerome Motlop clean that up. Brush one off. No, I think he's okay. Mohamed Saleh, he's been solid for him out on that right edge. Dragons now, 20 metres out. Motlop to play the ball. Do another Motlop. Frangul takes a strong carry. We're a little show and go.
This is where they've been forcing the pass, so it's good to see him just take the tackle there.
There you go again. On this right, I'm not sure there's anything there, but they'll look to go to the left now. Butcher wants it on the left. He's got some options outside him.
Do you think they've identified something out on that right edge? They seem to be targeting that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, mate, to be honest, but I think we've got a try here.
Brenton Motlop.
No, they do well to scramble.
He's celebrating.
He's calling for the try.
Oh, he's
Referee Paul DeVere has a look.
going to the bunker.
He'll go to the bunker. We could be the bunker. What's your call, boys?
No, he's got held up.
He's held up. Righto.
I think the effort was there, but I'm not sure he really got there. He seems pretty confident in that Brenton Motlop.
He wants the bunker.
But I think Paul's been pretty spot on with his decisions tonight.
So they might go to the left here, I reckon. Butcher, he wants it on the left. He's going for a long ball. There it is. He could go again. Can he get it away? No. Be a tough one to get a ball. Another quick pass on the back of that. Aiden Buckley at dummy half now.
Only tackle 4.
Slow play the ball. Strong tackle.
Crossfield kick here, Dunk, do we think?
No, a short one in behind the post, I reckon.
I think we've got a goal and dropout. I think that was forced by Sharks.
Sort of knock on from Sharks there first when Dragons had the opportunity to regather and score.
In the in goal though?
A tough regather. What are we going for here?
Yeah, goal and dropout.
Scrambled there by the Sharks.
A dropout.
Will they go a short one, do you think, or they'll go long?
Look, I think they'll probably go long.
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't think they really need to go short.
Oh, he was a long way in the field of play on that dropout. That probably should have been whistled.
Yeah.
It was a good 2 metres in the field of play where he kicked that from.
Motlop to play the ball. He's on the 50. Butcher calling from the right. I think he wants it on the right, but they might go to the left, and they do. And that's Byers with a beautiful pass, and it was the right idea. Just the execution and the catch wasn't great. I think it was catchable. You think it was catchable? I did.
Very catchable.
Catchable.
Would you be encouraging your team to throw that on tackle 2 though, Duncan?
Well, at the end of the day, Henry, you've got to play what's in front of you. And I reckon that if he catches that, he could possibly goes the whole way. So it's really hard to say. It just happened to be on tackle 2, but I don't think it was the worst option in the world, but it's a very high risk, I'll say that.
I suppose in that field position, balance up your risk and reward.
Tackle 3 they're kicking on?
They tackle 3 or 4 it was, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a right option.
So it's returned back well here by Warwick Williams, popped up well.
They're back in their defence in the Sharkies. They've been defending really strongly.
Good run there by Wise. Sekatoga met solidly by a few of the big boys from the Sharks.
Buckley at dummy half. He'll probably get his hands on the ball a little bit more, Buckley. I want to see a few more carries out of the young fella. Get his confidence up. Take the line on. They're back to the right. Good carry there from the 12.
Strong Timmy Mohammed.
Something's happened here.
Something's happened. What have we got?
Offside. That's not what they would be looking for. 8 minutes to go. Inviting Nightcliff back on the attack.
We've got a couple of vomits out here. We've got number 10 from the Sharks. Carlos feeling a bit under the weather. I think it's his first game back from a serious broken leg injury.
Butcher's found good metres here. Nightcliff down on the 20-metre line.
I'd like to see Butcher get his hands on the ball a bit in this set of 6, just to steady him.
He's actually got a very good running game, which and I'm sure at some point we'll see it. But at this stage, he's trying to play the percentages. Use what's out him, try and find the hole. Here he goes. A little bit of a right
Another penalty.
Tries to come back in, and he's got the penalty. Obviously hit the man offside. The Dragons again.
Oh,
that was easy.
Yeah.
I think the Sharks tackle like that again, they're in big trouble. Anyway, the Dragons...
They've sort of let them right back into it, haven't they?
They have, mate. They have. That was a really ordinary effort on the back of some pretty ordinary penalties. I think, would we see 2 penalties lead up to that?
Yeah.
And a kick on tackle 3 as well.
And a kick on tackle 3. So the last 3 minutes has been pretty ordinary for the Sharks.
And the Dragons will look to carry this momentum through to half-time now, and they're really back in the game.
There's been a few opportunities there where it's gone begging for the Dragons there, but from recent weeks they do play a bit of that Chancher expansive sort of football through there with a few of the pretty live wires out in the back line, and it's come off for them pretty well.
They do, yeah, and they're missing a few of those players that normally orchestrate that. You see a bit of a passing game out of McCarthy. The Snedden boys need the Snedden boys playing, and they normally play with a bit of flair. And then obviously you're missing Munro, who's normally on the end of some of those passes. So you're missing some pretty deadly combinations there from Sharks.
But, look, Nightcliff were a little bit more settled on that set. I mean, it was a pretty soft try, as I think we all agree, but just a little bit more structure.
They were. They
playing through the
play
middle
with a lot more structure. Their completion is a lot better. The fundamental skill, catch and pass, execute a lot better. And we got some conversion successful there from Butcher.
Come off the back of a line dropout and 2 penalties, so yeah, Sharks definitely did sort of put themselves on the back foot there. And when we go to the DABSCO scoreboard, Duncan, what are we talking, mate?
We're talking Sharks 12, Dragons 6. Sharks just hanging in there by 6 points.
About 5 minutes to go in the first half. Been a bit scrappy, boys, but I think it's been a pretty willing sort of first half. And
well, a close scoreline generally indicates a decent amount of defence, or a lot of drop ball. It's a combination, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Anyway, here we go. Kick off from the Sharks. Deep in Nightcliff territory to Butcher.
Roberto running it back.
Strong tackle there from the Sharks. They're giving away a penalty? No. They have. So they've given away probably 3 penalties in the last 2 minutes.
Bit of an unnecessary one.
I think that one was a little bit harsh. I think the Nightcliff player was still sort of trying to make ground. It could have gone either way, I reckon, that penalty.
The 40 metres out now, the Dragons. They work it back in. Roberto Spice plays the ball.
Oh, 7-in's been called out.
He'll take him on.
Oh!
Bad luck there.
And we see a drop ball. The Sharks are let off.
White line fever. He was looking at the try line, do you think? Instead of just catching the ball?
I disagree with that completely.
You don't reckon he was looking at the...
You reckon he was looking at the try line rather than the ball? Possibly. I don't know if that's white line fever is the right word.
No, you're probably right.
No, I am right.
If the person hadn't thrown the pass, that would have been white line fever, wouldn't it?
If he had a dummy and by himself, I would have said white line fever. Sorry,
I meant to say he took his eyes off the ball, I think.
This is your first time commentating, you're learning, Henry. It's fine. Sharks now with the ball on that right edge.
Sharks will just want to get a good, solid settling set out of it, their own half here.
You right there, mate? You get that out?
I'm fine there, mate. If you'd stop interrupting me, we'd probably flow on pretty well.
I'm just going to sit on mute for the rest of the game, I think.
But yeah, that bit of play there between Timmy, Mohammed and Hodrick, I know they've played a lot of football together, not only through the defence forces, but also just locally and possibly interstate. And yes, one left begging. Tommy Gunn here.
Identifies there was one marker.
Good player.
Beats Buckley at dummy half.
And an offload.
3.
There's the spark I was talking about earlier, Dunk.
Jared Colling, there it is. Long ball to 6, 6 to 1. One looking to take him on. No, he's got nothing on. And the push pass, just didn't need to push the pass. Would have been better off just going to ground and then play on the back of that. But they're, again, trying to score off every play.
Off the back of a fantastic individual effort there by Tommy Gunn. That was Tommy of old. And yeah, as you said, Dunk, they don't have to score off every play.
No. I think Tommy Gunn laid a great foundation on the back of it.
You used to during your playing career.
I loved it. Every play.
Yeah.
Was that? Are we talking about the Penrith days or the South days?
Mate, I think we can probably. Yeah.
What was the line Duncan used before? I couldn't disagree more. That's what.
As we go out to
Gillette now. Gillette's come all the way from Catherine to play for the Dragon. That's a commitment that he's shown. And outside him, he's got young Byers, and Byers has come all the way from Catherine. Motlop hasn't come from Catherine. He's just down the road. And he plays the ball. He's 25 out.
He's been working hard as usual, Motlop, tonight.
Butcher with the board. Turns under Mohammed.
Yep.
I will say, I think the forwards have been have been really quiet achievers in this half. They haven't been responsible for a lot of the drop ball. They've just been really going about their business in the middle of the field.
It's been a bit of a forwards game, yeah, I agree. Great kick. I think it's going to go dead. Gee, that's a great kick. He lets it go. Oh, he doesn't let it go, which he probably had to be honest. Oh, great left foot, right foot step. And a solid tackle there
Hodrick?
We got a penalty.
A great tackle there.
Did it look a bit high?
I think it just...
Yeah, it might have been a little bit high. Yeah, which is fair enough.
Well done, number one. He's had a couple of good plays at the back
he's
there.
good on his feet. He's very good on his feet. So they're 10 metres out. They'll try and steal a few metres. They're into the last minute now.
A crowd catch, Duncan.
Someone's caught it in the crowd. So 30 metres out. Butcher wraps him up. Frangoulis in there as well, and Mohammed. You see Winger in now. Annie Tuifua. Quick play the ball. Turns a man under. They're 40 out. They go to the right edge again. They're going to go. They actually had some formation out there. I reckon he probably should have let it go, and they had an overlap as well. But anyway, we see Gunn taking him off from dummy half again. Geez, he's having some joy out of dummy half.
We've only got 10 seconds left here. They're going to have to go a bit faster.
They're 12 metres out now. They're 10. Oh, a bit of a high shot there. No, he's all right. He's 3 metres out. He's got 2 seconds to go.
And the fifth tackle.
And that's it for the first half. So an interesting first half so far, gentlemen.
What would be the messages coming from Nigel Doyle, do you think, Henry, the Sharks coach?
Good question.
I think both teams just need to simplify it. I think, as we talked about, the battles being sort of won and lost through the middle, and they just need to be completing their
We've got
sets.
an end of the half here. We're seeing referee Portavia have a chat to a player.
Both teams are still out on the field. You could be...
It might just be a warning, I think.
Something might have happened in the corner.
Well, he's off, I think.
Was he sent off? No, he wasn't sent off.
I'm not sure.
Oh, no, the team is walking.
He's just having a chat.
You can't take your eyes off the screen. It's so action-packed up here.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. We've got a full moon up on the right-hand side.
Beautiful full moon.
Nightcliff are staying out on the field, though.
Yeah, they might be having their team talk all
Doing
the
some
way
extras at
over there.
half-time.
Yeah. A few extras. He loves his extras, Sam Irwin.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sam Irwin's with the message to the boys at half-time,
Well, I
Dub?
think it would be stop trying to score off the first play. Let's lay a foundation. Let's try and get the end of our sets. When we get in a good ball, let's then start trying to use it. But let's choose our play eyes up and choose our options. We've wasted a couple of options when we had an overlap or we had some holes in our defence. But other than that, I think they're going okay. I think Sharks have probably given the same feedback. I'll be saying around the play the ball, there's heaps of joy. Slow markers, Tommy Gunn's proven that. He had a couple of really good carries in that last set. So there's plenty of joy in them. Yeah.
The game's certainly there to be won. I think both teams are really in the contest.
Well, that's probably something I can guarantee, is that someone will win.
It'll be a game of two halves, I think.
Yep, it will be. All right, we'll take a break and we'll be back.
We are ready to count out to the second half of this round 16 round of the DABSCO men's Premiership. Let's get ready to rock and roll!
Yeah. Okay, we're back for the second half. Match of the round. Nightcliff Dragons versus the Northern Sharks. It's 12-6 for the Sharks on the DABSCO scoreboard. Pretty even game so far, gentlemen. With me is Henry Street and Callum Page. Gentlemen, what's your thoughts?
Oh, look, I think both teams will be wanting to come out of the blocks here, consolidate what they've some of those mistakes they've made in that first half. It'll be interesting to see who's come out of the change rooms in the best attitude here. Yeah. So I think a lot to improve on from both sides, particularly Nightcliff, I'd say. Away we go as Butcher kicks off with a big, strong run back from Carlos. He's done very well there.
Yeah, possibly his first game back, Carlos, as I said, from a terrible broken leg injury. So a good set so far. 40 metres out.
Oh, contact. Forced the error.
He's caused an error. That's a solid tackle.
I think that's what they.
Great tackle.
That's the way they wanted to get started, Nightcliff, particularly through the middle, particularly against defence. As I've heard a great man mention in the past, defence is an attitude thing, Doug. So
was that me? I said that, or was that someone else?
Certainly wasn't you.
Wasn't Merv, was it?
No, it wasn't, mate.
It's an Armenian saying, I reckon.
As we're about to
From
pack
the
a scrum
mountains of
about on the
Armenia.
40-metre line here. With Nightcliff on the attack. That's through Butcher.
Butcher with a bit of feet. I'd like to see, we've mentioned it before, we'd like to see Butcher maybe take the line on a little bit.
He will take the line on when he sees
I think
the
he will.
opportunity.
Absolutely he will. Those strong carry from Dragons. They do well to wrap him up and get him on his back there. Adam Hall. Yes. Yeah, it's a Motlop. Motlop to the sevens. He's wrapped up in a pretty aggressive hard hit there.
This is where they sort of
Pearson
made some errors at about this stage of the set in the first half. So it'll be interesting to see if they fine-tune some things in the shed and finish this set off well. Yeah.
Back of that, Henry. So they've got some options here on the right. They're going to Butcher. He's the man of the ball on the right. A little bit of space there. A long ball. Oh, another pass would have been on.
Still got another tackle.
Yeah, they've still got another tackle. They're only 2 metres out. 9 puts a little kick through. He'll get a
result.
It's not a bad set actually from the Dragons. It's probably the set they want to start the half with though.
They were playing a bit more direct there. As you mentioned, Henry, that was certainly an area in the first half where they really, I guess, let themselves down and probably let about 2 or 3 tries go begging, to be fair.
What are you doing here, Dunk? Short or long?
Well, look, I'd be going long, I think. But it seems to be the new way in rugby league now, at least at the elite level, where they're all going short. But they go long. It's taken by the 5. Good strong carry. Struggling to keep his front, and he holds it. Gillette a dummy half now. Come all the way from Catherine. Got to admire the commitment from these Catherine kids that come up. They pay the money. It's worth $50 in petrol, depending on what type of car you're driving.
What are the charging stations like? Is there any EVs on the way?
No, I don't know.
I've noticed any.
When I take the
I've got a diesel, so I wouldn't be looking for.
yeah, well, I take a diesel, and I use probably about half a tank. It's roughly $50 to fill that, I think. Half a tank.
Latham Shirley here.
Nathan Shirley. We used to be in the West Tigers books as a youngster in Sydney there, before moving back to Darwin. Comes from good stock too.
We've got
Shirley.
something here. An obstruction.
Obstruction there you go. I'd like to see a replay of that. We won't though. I missed that. But again, I'm not sure what they're trying to achieve. It should be just like focus on laying a foundation and just getting some solid carries going forward instead of backtracking and going back and forward across the field. But Sharks to the ball now. They're 15 metres out. Samika, strong carry, finds his front, looking for a quick play the ball. Hamish Clapp, he's had a couple of really good carries, brought down quite aggressively. Tommy Gunn now. Another strong carry, finds his front.
Gets a quick play of the ball.
Hall will go through. We're out to back to the 6, and it goes to Micah.
Oh, that's double move.
Probably didn't need to do that second effort. I think he had a quick play the ball on that one, and that left edge might have been on, but he's gone for the try, and it hasn't worked out. So it's a penalty for a double movement. We might have an injury there.
That was Thomas Levan. I think he might have just got a bit of a rush of blood to the head off his 2
Thomas
tries.
Levan. Sorry, I said Micah.
Yeah,
Thomas
so it was
Levan.
Thomas there, and he's probably going for the hat trick there, Thomas. So
Can't blame him. I would have done the same thing, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely.
we've got a bit of a stretching session happening here.
How many times have you scored a hat trick in a game, Duncan?
Are we talking? Are we talking under 12s or are we talking senior grade?
Did your young fella score a hat trick this morning in the under 8s?
I think he scored 1 or 2, I think.
He's going well. Is he enjoying his footy?
He is enjoying his footy. He loves scoring tries. He's not great at pushing up in the defensive line, but he does like running the ball. Yeah. We talk about that quite regularly in his game on the way home in the car, and sometimes there's a few tears, sometimes there isn't. We move forward and we try and be the best rugby league player that we can be. That's not true.
How we'll act on that feedback and carry it into next week.
I was talking more about my own childhood then, but no, look, Daxie just loves playing sport in general, and as long as he's having fun,
we've brought up some emotional scars here. I think we probably need to move on.
You see Butcher take it to
Butcher's taking the line on when he probably shouldn't have. Strong carry.
You want to see more of that, don't you, Dunk?
I don't think he's got too many options with forwards putting their hand up to take it forward. Model up with the ball now. Oh, they're a bit flat here, the Dragons. Oh, there's an offload. They make a few metres.
It is a very swarming defence. They're getting a lot of numbers in these tackles, and they're even covering the offloads quite well.
Model up now. They're going long. And they're brought down 40 metres out. They've thrown the ball around a hell of a lot here, the Dragons. Model up with the ball again. He straightens them up.
Yeah, they need a forward to just put his hand up and make a strong carry in the next set. It's on tackle 5 here.
Butcher with the ball now. He's looking for an early kick. No, a short little chip, but it's diffused. And we see Sharks with the ball now.
He didn't look too happy to see a free paddock in front of him. He was not willing to go to the try line then.
Hall a little bit flat-footed, but still manages to bounce one off. He's 35 out. They're looking at this right edge here. He's a Clap with the ball, getting plenty of work under his belt.
It's a nice line run there by Tariq Salah.
They go back to the left now. Hits Hall again. Hall's got some options outside him, but he's been the first defender every single time, Hall. He always pushes off that first defender.
2 strong hit-ups this set as well.
There's some options on that left edge.
And he's forced a penalty.
Is it 2 Sharks? Yep, holding down a bit too long.
You take the 2 here, I would think.
I don't know.
Well, no, I wouldn't. I think they got some...
They'd want to watch Tommy Gunn here.
Okay.
This close.
Yeah. So Tommy's brought down, about 10 metres out.
Oh, there's a bit of push and shove now.
Got some options on that left edge, but they come to the right anyway. They're coming back under. He straightens them up through the middle. Some really good feet there. Samuel Pearson, he's had a decent game. Looks like they might go to the left. They're going to hit Clap. Clap takes a settler. He holds him in the middle. We've got Hall on the left edge. Hall is calling. He's got some options. He might go through and there's a 7 out the back. And they might lead on again from there. And they probably could. They could come up with something here. They play again. A long ball, another option on the left edge.
He's gone
couldn't
forwards.
quite execute the catch. They had the right idea there, Sharks. It's probably just the execution there. But anyway, Dragons off the hook, 10 metres out, scrum. So they'll have an option to get out of trouble here and get to a good kick. Probably got one of the kickers in the game there in Butcher. He's got an incredible kicking game. Comes from his union background.
He certainly can sort of get him in and out of trouble there, Butch, with his kicking there, so march him right up the field.
Let's hopefully we get a Nightcliff forward putting his hand up here to make some good, strong metres through the middle. Not happy with the way the scrum's packed.
A bit of a pause here, trying to work out what's going on. Just not packing the scrum correctly. It is a bit of an art form. Anyway, they get it right.
Time's back on.
Settler in. Wasali. Off Byers. Ooh.
So they're still relying on some backs here to do this. I think they need to try and they need to find a forward to help out here.
Yeah, you're right, mate. I'm not sure why they're doing two pass plays. I don't know why they just don't try and go forward now instead of trying to throw the ball around again. So but a strong tackle there from Mohammed.
In a bit of trouble there.
Strong tackle.
Nightcliff young fella.
He's really hurt him.
Yeah. Quite a sort of jarring effort there. I wasn't sure.
I'd have to see a replay, but it looked pretty legal and might have just got him. Might be just a bit winded.
He was a bit like he wasn't coming on at speed. He was probably a little bit flat-footed when he come onto the ball, and that two-pass play in this area of the field, given an enthusiastic defensive line, that opportunity to get up and take the space away, and that comes back to what I'm saying about maybe laying a foundation and trying to get some forwards, just trying to go forward and get some quick play the balls and build some pressure. And when they're throwing the ball around, when, it's off the back of a slow play the ball, they're just going to go backwards. Anyway, could be a bit of a serious injury here. It was a solid tackle. Jan Ray out there. Jan Ray, been around the game for a very, very long time.
Very...
faithful stalwart of the Dragons.
Fantastic volunteer across many sports.
Absolutely, AFL as well. That's
has
right.
done for many years, yeah, Jan. So, it's fantastic to see volunteers such as Jan. As we do have a number of fantastic volunteers in our code.
Absolutely.
It's good to see the young fella up and about now, and.
Good. I think we see Motlop lining up. He wants the ball. He might give us a good go forward.
He'll work hard, Motlop.
That stoppage is really going to set Sharky's line speed and set their line, so they're going to continue to attack in defence, I think.
Yeah.
Big Greg Frangulis.
Frangulis with a strong tackle. We're missing that second strong carry there. No, tackle's called.
It's a little bit clunky coming out of the Nightcliff.
A bit clunky, yeah.
Yeah.
Butcher with the ball now. He might need an early kick, I think, Butcher. Mohammed with the ball. He tries to straighten him up.
We're on the fifth tackle. That's a great set of six from the Sharks defensively.
It's a good set of six defensively,
yeah.
But it's probably a poor set of six from the Dragons. As Cow keeps saying, pretty clunky. But there's a good kick chase from the Dragons. You know what they say about a good kick?
No. Oh, we don't know, Duncan. You just need to come up with your own.
I'm not touching that one.
Pagey took the bait earlier. I'm not going to do it now.
Took the bait and got slayed. As the Sharks are on the attack through here.
Gun at dummy half again.
Yeah, so Gun's been very good tonight.
He's just waiting for his opportunities. We see Hall with the ball. Look for a tip on. Another tip on there might be on. No, couldn't quite get it away.
Thomas Levan's done well tonight too for the Sharks. Recipient of two tries for him.
They got some really solid forward pack. Sloppy play the ball. Sloppy pass. Jared Colling gets rid of it. And settled out. 30 metres out. Fifth tackle. Colling with the ball. And it's a high one.
Oh, well diffused. Well diffused.
Very good football background.
AFL player?
Yeah, AFL player. So he's done very well there.
See Clapp wrapping him up. He's got a very good ball and all tackle. Clapp. He's a chest on ball upright tackler, and he's quite good at it.
There's still no forwards willing to make these tough carries.
I see Gunn with the ball now. He's looking for a quick play of the ball.
Oh,
Probably could have let that
Oh,
go.
yeah. It's Gillette's coming for a big shot, and it looks like he's hurt himself. He's already out a game of reserve grade, and he's backing up again, and a sloppy error.
Just let Nightcliff out of jail there.
Colling with an easy mistake. It's really let the Dragons off the hook. They would have been struggling there.
Butcher's out the back here barking some instructions, wondering if he's trying to get the forwards to put their hands up and make some tough runs here off this scrum.
They've gone away from a pretty simple game plan, and they're overcomplicating things a little bit. But anyway, they've got another opportunity. 10 metres out, scrum. They'll have a full set and hopefully get on a good kick from Butcher.
I think Nightcliff have just got to try to complete some sets, start to build a bit of pressure, turn them around on the fifth, and just start to get a roll on here, because the Sharks seem to really bounce back and stem that momentum that they're getting. But it'll only come from sort
Butcher
of
getting a carry. Just since we've talked about Butcher getting a few carries, I think he's taking a carry nearly every time he's had the ball, so he's trying to keep his opposition guessing. An offload. Byers with the ball now. Another Catherine boy, 23. Come all the way from Catherine. Twin brother. His twin brother plays as well. His twin brother's having the night off. Motlop to Frangoulis, the best name in rugby league. He's tackled 30 metres out. Butcher with the ball, looking to turn someone under, goes through. Does he?
Good pass.
Offload away. We talked about his running game before.
Oh, great tackle.
Great tackle there from behind. We need a quick play the ball here. If he's not looking to play the ball quick, he's
held on too long.
Held on too long, you reckon? I reckon he was, yeah.
I think he was, yeah. I think Hoderick was probably looking a bit lively there and there.
I think he's very fortunate for that not to be a professional foul then in that situation.
Anyway, they're 25 metres out. Dragons got the ball. Frangoulis looking to take a settler. Strong tackle from Clapp. Here come Byers with the ball now.
This is a great opportunity for the Dragons.
Turns under Jacoby. Butcher wants the ball on the right. He's got some options out the back there and defended really well. A lot of patience in that defensive line then from the Sharks. So they come back to the left. Motlop with the ball. Stop, twist, turn.
Late offload.
He's got it all.
Got to give himself up.
Shepherd. Motlop now from dummy half. Frangoulis, he's getting through some work in this set, Frangoulis. I think he's almost had 3 touches, I think.
Another kick on the ground here.
Hodrick from dummy half. Butcher with a small little kick in between the posts. Frangoulis is chasing. No, that's Motlop, sorry. But they diffuse that.
This is what Pagey was asking for down the other end. A bit of structure, get down their own end and just keep the ball in their hands for as long as they can.
Who asked for that?
Pagey.
Pagey asked for that. You asked for that, yeah?
It's off the scrum down there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah. He's in his own little world. Yeah. There's not too many people on McGillivray Mound behind the dead ball line here.
The McGillivray Mountain's looking a bit better.
Well, they're all in the street toilet or at the Page canteen.
Can't believe you gave me the toilet.
An ordinary mistake.
Pagey didn't ask for that one.
Oh, I didn't ask for that one.
I can't believe you gave me the toilet, Duncan. Unbelievable.
Well, mate, we had to give it to someone. We couldn't think who. We were thinking of Nigel, and then we thought, nah.
Pagey at the canteen makes sense. It's where you'll find him.
You happy with the canteen?
Very happy with the canteen, mate. You get a beautiful steak sandwich there, so yeah, I'll roll with that one.
We haven't got the sign up yet, but I'll chair it at the next president's meeting.
You see the boys?
It'd have to be Caleb's canteen. That flows a little bit better than Pagey's canteen.
Caleb's canteen. Geez, there's a really ordinary effort there from the Dragons. They're starting to build a momentum off the back of that break. They were looking at charging forward on the back of that, and then a really simple error. Probably one of those ones you need to avoid. But anyway, here we go with 40 metres off their own try line, the Sharks. Dragons with a good push, led by Butcher. They made no ground on that one. They're looking for a quick play of the ball. Strong defence by the Dragons. They made no ground again. Latham Shirley, defending well. Latham Shirley, he's looking for plenty of work. Him and Motlop. Another good defensive line.
It's a good defensive set so far by the Dragons.
Yeah.
Sunya Red Bravo.
Great defensive set. And there could be a knock on there from the Dragons.
Well.
Yeah, I think he's reached out and knocked it out of his hands. I'm not sure that was a great choice. That's going to give him a scrum feed.
Yeah.
And maybe just a little bit of patience.
So again, the Dragons should just be wanting to steady this one again, get back up that end, and hopefully complete this set.
Well, they defended very well in that set. Then the Dragons, they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah. As you mentioned, a few good efforts here by Latham Shirley. So we see Mohammed Salah, first run.
They go to the short side again.
Thomas Laban.
Loses his footing, Laban. Hall now with the ball. A little tip on to Saleh. We're coming to the right edge now. Colling does a little show and go. He's got some support on his outside here.
Oh, didn't need to pass it.
He's pushed a couple. He's had some really good carries and made a little bit of joy here and there, but he just seems to be pushing a couple of those passes he didn't need to. Tempting though. He saw the player on his outside and risked it, but obviously didn't come off. So Dragons now 2 metres off their line. A big defensive set from Sharks here. Should be able to keep him to this, an ordinary pass and dummy half. And we see Butcher again. He's getting through a ton of work, Butcher. He's taking hit-ups. He's playing on edges. Another ordinary pass and dummy half. So they're in midfield now. It could be a high tackle. No, he gets away with that one. Good carry from dummy half. That's a great carry from dummy half. And he's still going.
Can he link up with a player?
Rodrick's looking for someone. He's got some options. But
The fullback's fallen off.
So Hall, the big front rowers, chase him down.
He sliced him open a few times up the middle there, Hodrick, but just with...
Gee, he did a good job there to slow that play the ball right down.
Kick on the fifth there for Motlop.
With the bomb. No one wants to go for it. Dragons are now contestant. Shirley with the ball.
Offload.
He might have been tackled there. Great call there from Paul DeVere.
We got the handover.
Yeah, elbows hit the ground, mate. He was tackled. Not a bad set there from Dragons. They needed something like that. They needed a bit of joy.
Great run from the hooker, opening it up through the middle. And again, Robbie Butcher, probably the tough carry, which is...
Tough carry, absolutely. Mixing it up. We've talked about that before, showing keeping his opposition guessing between carries and using the ball, and that's exactly what he's been doing. I don't know what's going to come at him.
There has been a lot of, I think, on the back of all of Nightcliff's plays, has been the 9 and the 6. They're working together quite well.
They turned it over here, the Dragons.
So they've got an opportunity here. They're only 10 metres out. A solid tackle. So what are you thinking here, Cal? What do you reckon? Based on what we can see Butcher there barking orders.
He's setting up a bit of shape out there on the right hand side. So I dare say he'll probably get it in his hands. I don't think he'll be going for an early crossfield kick.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, mate. I think he'll be looking to probably step off his right and take it towards the post.
There might have been an option for a little short pass there on the right. He's under the post. Sloppy play the ball, but they get it away. They're quite flat, the Dragons. They probably need to get a bit of depth there. Hall's wrapped him up. They need a bit of depth. Sunui.
Oh, great tackle.
Solid defence.
He's been busy, number 12 for the Sharks.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. So Motlop now with the ball. They're not coming up with a bit much shape here, the Dragons. They're just sort of 1 ounce up, but we see an offload. And he's trying to push over. But big Hall's there. He pulls him up. You see Byers on the left here. Shirley's on the left. They're going to go to the right. Butcher with the ball now. He looked for a little tip on. No, he's gone himself. And I think he's over.
And he's kept his,
He's done. I would have liked to have seen a little tip on there from Butcher. I think that would have been
open for a tip on.
That would have been a flary try.
Could we say white line fever there, Dunk, or I'll leave it alone?
I would say white line fever is an appropriate phase in this situation, but, mate, at the end of the day, he has scored on the back of it, so it's the right choice. He took the line on and backed himself, and that's what Butcher does. He's got confidence, and we'll see the replay here. A little show, could have gone, but you can see the line, it's just there, and just brute strength.
He's done well.
And a jersey grab.
He's made the conversion a little bit easier as well.
So it looks like we're going to see a 12-all here. This is pretty much how the game's been going, to be honest. It's been it's very even with the amount of penalties and mistakes that have been going on. There's some ruckus in the grandstand. Yeah, I think they're all filthy that Butcher didn't pass that ball, maybe.
Yeah, that would be a really easy option there with a hard-running Timmy Muhammad coming through. Look, Butcher's done a mountain of work tonight.
Mountain of work. He's got through a load.
He's probably just deserves that he gets over for a 4-pointer. Doesn't mind seeing his name in the paper either. No. He's a fantastic bloke. See him lining up for the kick, and he's one of the more prominent. Plays year in, year out.
He's probably the best kicker for conversions we've got in the comp, I would say. He's an incredible kicker, and that's again from his union background.
I think he's the best kicker in Darwin.
Yeah.
Besides Ellie Nicky. Another shout out to her.
Shout out to Ellie. I'm sorry Ellie's missed 1,000 kicks from in front.
We apologise for our earlier technical difficulties there, Ellie. But
we don't need to apologise for that. She knows she would take full responsibility for any comments about her kicking game. And if she's listening, I'm sure we'll get a text. But we've received nothing as yet.
As we go to the DABSCO scoreboard, 12-all with about 16 to go.
Strap yourselves in, gentlemen.
There we go. As we see big Greg Fungulis bring it straight back. And he's met pretty solidly, and he's
had a strong game from Gaulis. He's getting through a lot of work. Hodrick from dummy half.
Wise Sekatoga out on the right edge there. He's
Sekatoga with a good carry. Working towards the middle now. Muhammad. Timmy Muhammad, another strong carry from him. So a much better set.
A lot more
Frangulis looking. Frangulis with the ball now. He's got an option there.
Good hands.
Strong carry.
He's
trying to find his front. Gun in front.
What are we on about the fourth tackle here?
Good kick from dummy half. That's a really good set from the Dragons. That's exactly what they need. They can replicate that tenfold.
I want to get up and shut this young fella down.
Strong tackle.
After the kick, if I'm not wrong, he kicked it as well. He's led the chase and forced an error.
There you go. There's a reward for that incredible effort.
He's a young number one, Caleb Boyd. He looks in a bit of trouble.
He's had a really good game, though.
Very good
It's
game.
unlucky.
Strong defensive effort from Hodry. He kicked that, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
And then made that tackle.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
And again, straight away, they're on the front foot again.
The Sharkies have been defending their line quite well, though. So
They have. So what do we got here? We've got some options both sides. It looks like they're set up on that right edge there. Butcher's on the right. So he might be asking. You got Shaley on the left. They do go to the right. Butcher with the ball now. He takes them on. Brute strength. Always beats the first defender. Looking for a quick play of the ball. They could go to the right. No, they're coming back to the left. Motlop looking to take a settler. No, looks for an offload.
went backwards. Went forwards.
It's gone forward. They're trying to overplay. Just pushing passes a little bit. They should have kept laying that foundation and then look to play. That's the way it is, Cal. You're shaking your head there. And
just a bit. Just a fly, mate. No, I was just a little bit in disbelief from what I just saw. Unfortunately, the Nightcliff Dragons have just sort of probably made it hard for themselves again there. But the Sharks off the hook. Some strong work up the... Very good, and a very good individual effort there from Hodrick with the kick, the chase and the hit to turn it over.
Yep. Oh, a sloppy pass out of the back of the scrum. But he's wrapped up. Motlop and Byers. Strong carry.
Duncan, you've probably played in your fair share of close games. When do you start looking at a field goal in these sort of situations? We've still got 13 minutes. It's probably a little bit early.
Duncan would have attempted 3 already.
Oh, I'd have probably had a crack at a field goal in the first minute just to tie it off.
All right, you're the wrong person to ask. Caleb, when would you start looking at a field goal?
Yeah, go to the physio. We'll give you a good answer.
Oh, dearie me.
So they're not even going to get in a position for a field goal.
I don't think it'll be on the team's radar just yet. I reckon you're probably more looking in that last 5, but I think there's still a couple of tries in this.
They've got some good field position here, the Dragons, if they can complete their set.
Exactly.
Anyway, now they're going to be in a position to possibly look for a field goal. So midfield scrum. Buys to feed the ball. Butcher's on the right. They got 3 on the left here. They're going to go back to the right. Butcher with the ball now. Oh, he's looking for a kick. Takes another carry.
You're right. He does a great job of keeping the defenders guessing. He's always got the ball in 2 hands, keeping his options open. He
does keep them guessing, but they're starting to guess that he's going to run it because he's taken a lot of carries. He probably needs to look at mixing it up a little bit. Byers with the ball now. Dummies to 100. Gillette with the ball. Come all the way from Catherine. He's brought down. Shirley at dummy half. He's going himself. We could probably see more carries from Shirley at dummy half.
Yeah, that was good.
Pretty lethal. Gillette at dummy half now.
Size body for a halfback.
We're 70 minutes in. The markers might be starting to take some shortcuts, so it'd be good. A couple more scoots, I reckon, out of dummy half.
The last tackle now. Better attacking set there from Dragons. They didn't quite get to a set play, but they're not far out. Butcher with the ball now. He's gone for a short kick. He's got a good chase, but not a great effort to catch the ball. So they'll have a turnover now, 10 metres out. A big defensive set here from the Dragons. They're going to need a big defensive set, put some pressure on. They could even come up with a mistake if they get aggressive. So 10 metres out. Strong carry, makes 10, finds his front. Shirley and Frangoulis. Oh, that's going to be a penalty.
Oh, he's got away with it.
Is that a go?
No, okay. Play on. Gun with the ball now. Gun with a shoulder carry. Shrugs one off. Byers pulls him down. Quick play the ball from Gun. That's the experience from Gun there with the quick play of the balls.
I like that the Sharks just went on with that. They could have blown up a little bit.
Absolutely. Just get on with it. And there's the mistake. And an unforced error. A lot of these errors have been unforced, to be honest. It's not like you're seeing some solid contact. You had 1 or 2 in the first part of the half, but now it's just sort of gotten unforced, just
both
poor attention to detail.
Yeah, from both teams, yes. Yeah. But as you highlighted there, Dunk, that was a fantastic run there by Tommy Gunn. Just good experience.
Absolutely. And he's got that attitude instilled in him. That second, your hit up's not done until you've played the ball.
That's right.
And he plays the ball nice and quick. Butcher now with another hit up off the scrum. Brought down by Hall. He's looking for the penalty there, Nate. He's gotten through a ton of work. And Frangoulis with the ball. He's put on his back. Solid tackle there from the Sharks.
Tommy Gunn, that's 2 strong tackles in a row.
Might be a bit hurt there, Frangoulis, a bit rattled. No, he's okay. Gingerly gets to his feet.
Jimmy Mohammed,
strong carry. Still going. He's 20 metres out because of that carry. Shirley at dummy half. Shirley looks to go himself. He's got picked up.
Well, they've got numbers here if they can get it out.
They do have some options out on their right. They've got numbers, but they can't quite get it out. They could probably look to go again. No, but they come back to the left.
Back towards the post.
On his front. Looking for a quick play of the ball. Shirley at dummy half.
And the fifth tackle, what have we got?
9 metres out. Butcher with the ball now, looking for a kick. Goes across. Is there someone there? Someone is.
Beautiful.
And they're over. He's been testing him out all night with that kick, Butcher, and it's come off.
Yes. That was a really good set there by the Dragons.
It was only a good kick because of a good.
Mate,
You got nothing?
Nothing, mate.
All right, let's look at the replay. So Butcher now keeps them guessing again. He's taken 1,000 hit-ups. Crossfield kick.
Chase.
Good catch.
And a great catch and chase.
Catch and grounding.
Yeah.
So you're with us on this one, Mickey?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, we've got some issues here. Somebody's in the sin bin.
Would we have a late tackle there, maybe?
I'm not sure. I'm not even... Adam Hall, potentially, in the sin bin.
I think he might be captain.
Yeah, he might be captain, yeah.
The other...
Anyway, referee Porterville was in a much better position than we are.
But you're right, Dunn. Butch has been testing them all night with that, and he will have a go. He will do it sort of 4 or 5 times if the fifth one comes off.
This is going to make it hard for the Sharks, playing with a man down for the last 8 minutes.
Well, so Butch will probably just trying to soak up every last minute with this kick. Give the boys a breather.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure who got sin bin. Nobody seems to be walking towards the sideline.
It was number 6, the Johnny Paddy. But I'm not sure. As we said before, just coming down into the final 8 minutes here. Could be a bit of a grind for the Sharks if they're down to 12 men.
Butcher now lining up for the kick.
As we again acknowledge our game day sponsors, AAA Hoses, Chemist Warehouse and McDonald's.
Great company, AAA Hoses. Done plenty of work with them over the years. A long-standing local business which has done some great work in the community.
Fantastic.
This is a very important conversion.
No, unsuccessful. So it's 16-12, so there's still a chance that Sharks can get in this. They're certainly capable of, that's for sure.
Are we going short here, Duncan?
Look, I would probably say I would go short. I'm not sure if that's the option they're going to choose, but maybe.
So you're sitting on the fence.
Short,
you're sitting on the fence.
They're not. They're going to go sort of not, mid sort of long and short, in between there in the middle there.
Nightcliff here, are we looking to play expansive or are we going to protect our 4-point lead?
I'd be trying to protect that lead and just complete the set, get to the kick and get it out of trouble.
Hold on
would
to
be
the
me,
footy.
but that's just me.
Yep, hold on to the footy.
It is 12-13 though, so they might get a bit excited about an overlap potentially.
Chip a bit.
Yep, Shirley at dummy half. He's looking
See
for
out to Motlop.
Frangoulis. There's a Motlop. They're going through the hands. He's the Gillette with the ball now. They're not afraid to throw the ball around, or they're not really protecting that lead.
Into
They're
touch.
trying to build on it. But anyway, they've only a little bit of time left, and they're down that end of the field.
I think the footy needed to get into the experienced heads there.
Yeah.
So Sharks will get the ball. They're a long way from their trial line.
So Dragons will really want to sort of man up and defend here.
I reckon Tommy Gunn will be getting in their ear and trying to lead the way, but a great defensive effort there from Motlop. Another one from Byers. Come all the way from Catherine. He came all the way from Catherine to make that tackle, and it could be the decider.
There's Hayden Clapp here.
He's had a good game. Hayden Clapp
well.
got through plenty of work. Pushes off Shirley. He's on his front, and they need another settler. Hall settling up now. Hall with a big carry. Beats the first.
Yeah, nice. Quick play the ball.
He's trying to find his front. He's on his front. He's looking for a quick play of the ball. So looking for a long kick.
inside the 40.
It's a good one. It might even
Sit
go
up.
dead. Will it go dead? No, it just
Great
sits
kick.
up, so they need a good chase. And they do have a good chase and a great tackle there.
We still have 5 minutes to play here.
Good defensive set from Sharks so far. They do have 5 minutes. There's plenty of time. They'll be looking for an error here.
Looking to force an error here.
Butcher now with a hit up. Gets a slap in the face for his shoulder.
Oh, and there's a little bit of second effort there by number 5.
I think you got a bit of chin music from Hawley there.
He's a tough character, Butcher. He'll be okay.
He'll be fine.
But they let him off the hook there. They started off with a really good defensive set and they let him off the hook.
I think we just had Wise Sekatoga motioning to go to the video. And I think Paul might have said,
They haven't stopped time yet.
Robbie will be
I
fine.
think he's
here.
okay, Butcher.
Well, if he has a look at the scoreboard, he might lay down a little bit longer. Oh, that time's off now.
They do stop time. Just while they're giving him some treatment. So they'll catch a breath now. Just a sloppy error. I'm not sure it was intentional. I don't think it was intentional. But they did let him off the hook. They were defending really well, making every effort to keep him down this end of the field. And so...
Probably an extra effort from Hawley. They were, scrambling with 12 men.
It was a shame. They had a really good kick that set up in the in goal. The chase was... It was okay, and now they've really let them off the hook with the penalty.
Oh, it was better than okay, Henry. That was a great chase.
I thought
You know what they say about every good kick. It's only as good as it's got nothing. I'll say it, Cal. Every good kick is only as good as its running players trying to defend it. That's what they say.
It's about the third variation. Duncan,
Yeah, well, you see the Dragons 50 metres out now.
50 metres out with a good
Tap and run.
first hit up there by Wise Sekatoga. His daughter Abby is a very...
Butcher now looking for another carry.
Yeah. Look at him. I think Butcher would be leading the hit-ups for tonight.
I reckon he would. He would. He's got through a ton of work.
I'd like to see
The 4x hard-earned index,
Yeah,
do you reckon?
So,
Yeah.
Hodrick in at hooker, he's sort of come back on and he'll be looking to get lively with Timmy Mohammed.
Another strong carry. Oh, he turns it over.
Good solid defence to force that error on Timmy Mohammed.
So they're 60 metres away.
We've got 3 minutes to play. The door is open for the Sharkies here.
Hall always beats 1 or 2. But they've wrapped him up quite well, the Dragons there.
And put him on his back.
So they'll get a slow play of the ball and some time to set. So they're looking for a strong carry here. He finds his front. They're 40 metres out. He'll keep going. Clapp now. Clapp's had a couple of good carries. He straightens them up, picks out Gillette, finds his front. He's looking for a quick play of the ball. So they've got something on this right edge. They have got a few hands here. They'll go out the back. Unlucky.
Oh.
We're going to see a
Was the first one a knock-on? Yes.
Fullback's put the ball down. Looks like he might have hurt his shoulder and all that as well. But they've unlucky not to control that. Good pressure from Nightcliff though to defend that.
The Sharkies are looking to pack the scrum quickly here, I think, to stop the clock. Time off. A minute 51 to play.
So what do they got, the Dragon? The Butcher will take another hit up. They're not guessing anymore. They're just thinking he's going to take a hit up.
I think he's needed to.
I was about to say, he's done
I think it's been that type of game, to be honest. So I don't think he needed to be throwing the ball around. I think he's probably identified that every time they do, they come up with a mistake. So I think you're right, to be honest.
So he'll watch this back tomorrow and he'll see a fair bit of criticism coming from the Gilbrave. But Henry and I...
I looked at him for the game and said that there would be a fair bit coming his way, so it's nothing.
I finally recorded Duncan saying he thinks I'm right. It's taken 79 minutes, but we got there.
As we got a note. So Motlop just looking to settle again. We're coming down to that final minute about to tick over. They just look to round this out, but they'll have another defensive set on the back of this, the Dragons.
30 minutes out. Butcher he'll get a good kick in here. Butch, he's got some chases here. A nice sort of short kick. He put a fair bit of pressure on him. He's had a really good chase.
Done.
The fullback's done a great job. He's been hurt. I think he's struggling with his shoulder there.
We've only got 45 seconds left here. We've probably only got 3 or 4 tackles.
Yeah. I'll just be looking to slow him down, Micah.
Sharkies really need to shift it.
They probably need to pull something out of the hat here. I don't think they can afford to just take hit-ups. They've got 30 seconds.
Looking either an expansive player, a chip and chase or something.
Yeah, Clapp with another good carry.
Yeah, he's done well.
They probably missed that ball player, I think. Someone to sort of play a bit of eyes-up footy and chance it. They could go again here.
And one more. Oh, we've got a knockdown by Dragons.
From Dragons. Well,
that's
I'm not
probably
even sure
going to...
a scrum here.
Time off. We've got 3 seconds.
Have they called it? The clock hasn't stopped.
The ref called time off. No, we're not at full time.
So they'll have the scrum, Henry?
They'll have a scrum.
They will have the scrum, so they'll have a chance here to score from the scrum. This will be interesting. What do you think they'll do here, Cow?
Mate, we'll throw to Henry Street for this.
Look, I've seen a lot of...
the reply I expected from the
deflection.
Yeah. We've got 2 fence. We've got 2 fence sitters in the box with me today. I've seen a lot of teams kick on this play. I don't think they should. They've got a fullback, Nightcliff, dropping back, but I reckon they're going to kick.
They were very flat. He's taking a kick. He's beaten one. He's got a player on the inside. Has he got support? No, he's going to take him on. Look for an offload. He gets it away.
Robbie Butcher, the mature head.
Shuts it down, and it's game over.
Oh, that was an exciting passage of play.
It was a scrappy, but it was a decent game. 2 competitive teams, very evenly matched.
That was exactly what I said was going to happen.
Exactly. Who's your man of the match, gentlemen?
Mate, if I'm going to go with Nightcliff, I'd be going with someone like Robbie Butcher or some good solid work in there. Robbie Butcher or probably Hodrick Madu with his impact through the middle there, but you can't sort of shy away from the hard work in the middle from guys like Georgie Frangoulis and Brenton Motlop. And I'd be saying with Sharkies, I'd be giving it to probably Big Hawley or probably Tommy Gunn, personally.
Yeah, Henry?
Look, I thought Mohamed Saleh from the Sharkies defended really well, and I'm going to wrap their fullback. He made a big play here right at the end to keep them alive, which sort of led to that expansive play at the end and really gave him a chance. And he took a pretty big hit and stayed out on the field, and which is a credit to him.
So I think Nightcliff would probably be pretty happy to get away with that one.
Yeah, both sides are suffering with some injuries, and we have a lot of armed forces participants, and I know both teams have suffered from them on deployment or in training. So they're all down on troops.
I think they were probably only leading for about 8 minutes in the whole game. So I think the Sharkies would look back on that and think that that's probably one that's got away.
I would agree, and I think Nightcliff would probably say the same thing if Sharks had scored.
Yeah.
That's how evenly matched it was. But
so the last time these 2 teams met, it was actually a very one-sided affair. Big win by Nightcliff, so I think it's showing good signs that the competition is tightening up a bit. We've seen a few sort of, I wouldn't say upsets, but a few sort of underdog teams winning across this weekend. So, yeah, things are looking interesting for the whole comp.
We're seeing a more competitive South Darwin team this year. They're really making teams have to work for the win.
We are.
Which is great for our game.
As we see the players going into the middle in their circle.
We probably haven't touched on the good sportsmanship of that game. It was played in the right spirits. Wasn't too much push and shove.
Yeah, I think that was good. I think also the ref did well to just keep that game going. But yeah, there wasn't too much push and shove. As you said, there was a few areas there when In the past, there might have been a bit of carry on, but both teams just got on with it. I reckon that would have been probably the messages coming from probably the more experienced players. And just across, we could all stay up to date with all the NRLNT news on the NRLNT website, on their Facebook page and their Instagram page.
And again, we'd like to thank our game day sponsor, which is AAA Hoses.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for having me again tonight. Welcome back to Darwin, mate. Henry. It's great to have you back here, mate.
I appreciate the warm reception, and hopefully still get another opportunity in the box, but we'll leave that to Ali Dickey to decide.
Yeah. And just a reminder, we couldn't do this without our media partners and NRL.com and Kick Digital, who have been fantastic in helping us relay this this game onto social media and live streaming. I know we've got a huge audience that tap in every week to, I'm not sure about watching the footy, but listen to us, I would say, would be a huge decision maker, but especially for our Armenian public there over in Melbourne, who love our footy up here and listening to our comments. So thanks, boys, and we'll do it again.
Good on you, Dunk. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Dunk.